Hi guys, Jared here. We got a couple of trades to be looking at. I am looking specifically myself at the euro dollar right now and the Australian dollar. A couple of good trading opportunities going on here, so let's look at them real fast. What we have going on this euro dollar right now is we've seen the market pretty choppy. We saw that it made another attempt on the week chart. We've talked about this Fibonacci level. Came down, it's retested a few times now, this 50% Fibonacci retracement from the high and low of last year. And it just recently made another attempt at this one. Wasn't able to break it. It came off that 50% pretty well. And now it looks like it's coming to make another run at that. What is that translating to on our smaller time frames? We've seen some crossovers here, some breaking up above the hourly gap and the weekly pivot. And we see now that we have just had another candle open on the other side of the blue line. It's right on the blue line actually, but it looks like it's given us a possible push on the other side. We've got the stochastic slightly overbought, but I think this should give us hopefully a pretty nice run up to at least the weekly pivot here, which will be somewhere in the range of 75 to 80 pips, give or take right there. We see that it's currently about 110 pips away. One thing that I would like to see happen to really just kind of confirm this trade is I'd like to see it break up above this little high right here. I think that would be a nice confirmation to tell me that this trade is going to continue upward, and this high is at about 40.98 of this white candle there. So that 40.98 high should push this nicely above that recent high and give us a good 4-hour crossover up. So just a high, break above that high, and we should see some nice movement upward on this euro dollar. 4-hour crossover in play as we speak. The next one I'm looking at is the Australian dollar, which is looking very similar to the euro dollar right now. Been kind of a choppy mess, giving us some crossovers, some up and down, and it's just recently broken above the weekly pivot right here. And on the 4-hour chart, we've seen that we now have a clean open on the other side of our blue line right here. So this is giving us our first stages of a crossover right here, so we should see that continue up nicely. The 4-hour or the day chart is looking pretty strong on its trend. It's just coming down and retesting these trend lines and continuing upward. Same type of situation if we go from this very high to very low like we did on the euro. We see that it made a couple of attempts at this 50. One almost attempt at this 61 right here, came back down, and it looks like it's heading back up to retest that area. So one thing that I would like to see on this one as well is a break above this 80-40 area to confirm that this 4-hour crossover is solid. Because one thing that the euro and the Australian are doing right now is they're sitting on this weekly pivot, and we know that trading right at the weekly pivot can be a little risky and a little choppy at times. So a nice break above this 80-42 area on the Australian dollar should give us good ample confirmation that this crossover is valid and give us an opportunity to hopefully take it up here to the WR1, which is approximately 100 pips away, but we'll look at getting out a little bit before just to make sure that we can take our profit. So same thing here, 40.98, a break above this, take it to WR1. And I think that both of these trades are doing quite well. We've seen that many have hit their Fibonacci levels on the week chart, retraced back down several hundred pips, and a lot of them have bounced off of the 4-hour gap and have kind of recharged the batteries a little bit and look like they're ready to continue back up in the direction of the previous trend. So that's what I'm going to be looking for on those two pairs. Hopefully they'll give us some good movement and we can make some pips on those. So good luck everyone, and we'll talk to you all soon.